for example, the Lamar Jackson trade, which, by the way, each passing minute, I feel as though I got finessed. If I need to go into numbers, I will. You know what? I actually will. Russell Wilson had 4 more points than Lamar. That was the main centerpiece of my trade. And then I got Zach Ertz, who had 0.4 more points than Hunter Henry. And then I gave him a key piece of Will Fuller, who popped off a 12 spot. So as it stands, I got finessed. I'm not a fan of that, but as it stands, that is the case. Go ahead, Sir Cheese.
Just going to make another point moving into out of the trades and just pick your brain on waiver wires, do's and don'ts of waiver wires, who you saw as a big target going out of the week 1, who you might see as a week 2 candidate. Obviously we don't want to disclose too much information, but just kind of getting a feel for our viewers that might be lesser than like Clay or Evan.
Well, I'm going to start off by saying I'm dropping Gronk at some point in time this week, so don't pick him up because he's just garbage. 2 catches for 11 yards.
I will go out of my way to say I don't care what either of you did on the waiver wire. I put down a total of like $45 for 2 individuals I will not name, and got neither of them.
That's because I put down like all my money on players and only got half of them.
I can guarantee it was Malcolm Brown and somebody else.
Oh, I was trying to get Malcolm Brown. Who's the running back for the Jaguars now?
Armstead.
James Robinson.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert, Noah Fant, Titans defense.
See, here's the thing. These
Jameson
are the rules
Crowder.
of waiver. You get the one
Here we
person,
go.
and then after that, you go down to the bottom again.
But
I got half of them, so I'm happy with that.
But if we both bet $20 for Malcolm Brown, if you got him first, you would get down to the bottom. But if I bet $2 for Noah Fant and you bet $3, you would get Noah Fant.
How much did you bet for Malcolm Brown? I need to know this.
16.
How much?
I bet 20.
Oh,
Yep.
21.
Yeah, I bet
somebody's gonna put
$16.
20.
I had it at 25 and I changed it to 20.
I had it at 15. I changed it to 21.
And for Noah Fant, I had a 25 spot down. God. And I was like, he's mine. He's mine.
I'm pretty sure I did 30 on him.
You did 30? Who in the world puts down $30 for Noah Fant?
I have no tight end. I have Gronk and Eric Ebron.
Okay, so what are we doing? I got Zach Ertz. What are we doing? I'll make a deal right now.
Andrew, Zach Ertz might be in the wet napkin department with Joe Mixon.
Yeah, and Goddard's the main receiver. Goddard had like
comes and goes.
I mean,
I'll throw some stats out here.
I need to address Calder first for a second.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Yes.
After I made the trade for Aaron Rodgers for Amari Cooper and Kareem Hunt, he stated, I got rid of Amari Cooper because Dak Prescott cannot throw him the ball. If you look at the stats, he had 10 catches.
10 catches.
For 81 yards. If you throw a touchdown in there, he's probably got almost 20.
Okay, so bear with me while I say this. So what if you knowing that information, you knew that he had 10 catches, and you went ahead about that and took advantage of that lack of knowledge, would that be considered a finesse?
No, because I gave him Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers scored 30.
It is a finesse.
But Aaron Rodgers, let's be honest with you. Let's be honest. The dude's bound for a retirement home. He's not very good. I mean, he has one receiver.
Are you saying this just because he outscored your quarterback this week?
All 3 of my quarterbacks outscored his quarterback.
My bench outscored your entire starting unit. So we're definitely not talking about that.
Okay, first off, no, they didn't. Lamar is not as good as Russ, the GOAT.
Okay, well, all I'm saying is 158 is more than 128. But like Gary beat you. That's embarrassing.
Let's get on to the subject of
you're right.
of the worst player in week 1, Mr. Trammell. Any thoughts there?
His team, man. I look at it just to try to make trades, but it's so bad. I mean, it's just
that's what I was about to say.
It's like going to a landfill and like trying to pluck different things, but there's nothing there. It's just like it's like fishing for garbage. Like just maybe like a needle in a haystack, but then you find nothing. It's just total.
I will say, I think I did finesse him just because I thought J.K. Dobbins would get more carries, but the Mark Ingram for Cam Newton trade.
Oh, that was so good. Now, see,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Why the animosity toward myself when, in all actuality, that might be the single greatest finessing of the season so far.
Now, I can understand his viewpoint. He wanted the handcuff for Ingram and JK, but I don't think that was worth a Cam Newton trade. I don't think it was worth that.
Yeah, Cam Newton, he rushed the ball 15 times. He's not gonna. He has a very safe floor.
Now, when he gets
clearly
hurt
Alex
and we agree from running the ball, then I mean, we'll have a different conversation. All in all.
Okay, well Lamar runs it all the time, and knock on wood, he ain't got hurt.
But Lamar and Cam are two different players.
Moving on here.
Well, yeah, and like I said, the main topic of the conversation here was the finessing that Skeet needed to get off his chest. And Skeet, I guess I'll open the floor back up to you for last remarks, any evidence, or anything you really want to say.
Yeah, 2017. I've got to bring something up. 2017. I had LaShawn McCoy, top 2 or 3 running back in fantasy, and this is a trade I received. Jordan Howard.
Oh boy.
And Terrence West, who is, I'm pretty sure, out of the league now, for LaShawn McCoy.
Okay, first off, let me go ahead and preface this by saying Jordan Howard at the time was very good, and Terrence West, albeit he's not in the league, he was good.
Wasn't that the year that Jordan Howard
had 5 running backs that year that would score 10 a week?
But did you accept the trade?
I don't think I did, but it's just the fact that you're offering stuff like that. Actually, I think I did accept that one, honestly. I remember having Jordan Howard.
I will say this on the behalf of the league, and I guess I'll say this is my closing. We have instilled a lot more smarter players than recent past, less finessing. Now, there's going to be biased Clemson players that is just never going to escape some people because for some reason they'd rather have a person that played for a college 3 years ago
and wins. They'd rather have that than wins.
I agree with that.
Okay, so answer me this. Is the trade I made with Evan, is it fair? Was it a finessing?
Which one was that?
You trade DeAndre Hopkins, who's going to get 15 to 20 catches a game because they never run the ball, for pocket lamp.
Okay, so I traded Todd Gurley and DeAndre Hopkins.
I honestly think he got you.
Scored last week.
Okay. And then I got Josh Jacobs and Chris Godwin, one of whom is in the concussion protocol.
I think he got you, honestly.
Basically, you got Josh Jacobs, who literally, and I'm not being biased here, he's not going to score 3 touchdowns a week. He's not. He's just not.
Oh, here we go with this.
Godwin, I thought Godwin was a good pick, but after watching Jameis Winston throw picks, I just don't know anymore. And he got hurt.
I need to make a closing argument before I have to leave. A closing statement, really. Just a statement.
Closing statement. Skeet, the floor.
Closing statement. Andrew's going to keep finessing people, so you need to watch out because it's going to keep happening. He's going to bait you by saying, hey, this guy played at Clemson, or hey, this guy lives 3 hours away from you, or something like that.
Where this guy had 20 points in week 3 of 2016.
Yeah, basically. He was good at one point in time. Then you're going to be like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And besides that, I'm going to say Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons, if you're listening, for the love of God, throw Julio Jones the ball in the red zone. I'm sick and tired of him not getting touchdowns. It's just annoying. This man, you paid him $80-something million guaranteed, and you're not going to throw him the ball. You're just not going to do it. I just don't get it. Calvin Ridley had 2 touchdowns. Julio Jones, 0. And they take him off the field in the red zone. They take him off the field in the red zone.
Andrew, any closing remarks?
Well, based on this entire call, it seems as if I have got a lot of heat off my back because the 2 trades I mentioned, I arguably got finessed, and the biggest finesse of the season came from the accuser. So that's good for Team Yoshi Circuit. We're that's good for us. That's good for my colleagues and Skeet. If the beef needs to be squashed, I got players, you got players. You know what to do.
I'll trade you Michael Thomas.
What's up? I'll do it right now. I don't care.
No.
He's going to be out for about 3 or 4 weeks.
Stay out of here.
That's fine. What's up?
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep him so I can have top 10 receivers on my roster.
Hey, I'll give you Melvin Gordon right now. What's up?
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew, that he scored a touchdown. My bad.
Oh, he scored a touchdown. He's not good.
You know, that's one more than Julio Jones did.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, Cheese, we'll see. We got to play each other one week, so it's coming.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate it, being the first call-ins of the podcast this week, or this year, rather. For all those listening, be sure to catch us every week. Like I said, do it every Tuesday. Always follow us on our Instagram and Twitter. Twitter handle is Alex_trade Joe Mixon or cut him. And Instagram would be _BMW about to get punished. Thank you all for tuning in. 105.5 The Cheese. Skeet, Andrew, appreciate it as always. Good luck in finessing everybody and getting spoon-fed, unlike myself who gets antied every day. But, we wish you both well, and certainly we'll have you back on the show sooner than later.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having us.
Nice mask, dude. Nice mask.
Appreciate it.
Wait, he's got a mask? I can't see it.
He's in Subway. Nice. All right, we'll wait to see you both.
Oh, goodness.
Bye.
What a waste of my time. Nice mask, dude.
Andrew, you're not good, bro.
Jeez, I'll put a 20 spot that I outscore you this week.
Andrew,
right.
I promise you, we run it back, look at your score this week and my score this week, I promise you I beat you. I'll make a bet. I'm going to make a bet with you. Cookout Trey. From now on, we look at your score and my score, and whoever has the most wins at the end of the regular season gets a cookout tray.
Jeez,
1-0. Are you scared?
1-0. I won.
You wouldn't take the Russell and Lamar MVP vote bet with me, so that's one thing you're already scared for.
Lamar's already won it. It's already over.
Russell had a better completion percentage, more touchdowns, more yards.
Oh boy.
If you wasn't for Mark Andrews making one-handed catches out there, Lamar would have another incomplete pass.
But who, riddle me this. Why did Gardner Minshew have a better QBR than Russell Wilson?
Playing the Colts.
Okay, let me point you to a guy named Darius Leonard. The Colts are a lot better than the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh.
Colts are garbage.
They both got retired quarterbacks.
Oh, and I need to say too with the Saints, if they don't start throwing Michael Thomas the ball, I'm just done with them.
Well, he rolled his ankle up. I mean, like, what you mean?
Yeah, he had 2 catches.
My thing is, I have Chris Carson who just put up 19, and you have Austin Eckler who just put up 8, and I'm willing to work with you.
Chris Carson touched the ball 8 times that game. Austin Eckler
Carson got the 2 touchdowns and then was never seen again.
Yeah, Austin Eckler touched it 20-something. So I'm going to take the law of averages and say Austin Eckler is going to outscore Chris Carson throughout the year.
See, that's what Andrew does. Andrew will pick on the law of averages in the opposite direction and finesse.
Exactly.
That's what he does. I mean, if T.Y. would have went out there and scored 3 touchdowns, traded, gone. He's gone. He's probably traded anyway. Let's just be honest here. He's going to have
real question is,
he's going to have a good game next week. I promise you that.
He's not. Okay, first off, why is Zach trying to get one of my big dogs?
That's because Cheese is pushing on his other big dogs.
And how come Zach won't trade me David Montgomery? That's all I want to know.
I had no idea. Now that one, I wanted Alex Joe in the first round. I mean, there's some questions we'll never know.
Oh my God.
Joe Mixon, pick number 10 in our fantasy draft.
What a joke. What a guy.
He does that every year. Every year.
What?
He got him 6 points at least.
No, he didn't even get him 6. If you watch the Tuesday podcast, 6 is going to be a boom week for him.
If we look at the history of the league, I think Joe Mixon's been drafted by Alex ever since he's been in the league.
Every time. And you know what he does?
Nothing.
Right there. That's why I offered him a wet napkin, dude. I mean, I'd be getting finesse, but hey,
All right, Skeet. Well, I guess you can go ahead and let me hold Eckler, and outside of that, I mean.
All right. I'm gonna let y'all gentlemen go. I'm gonna cut this up, and we'll put pieces of it together. You know, like fake news does. Put some quotes out of context and see what we can do.
Sounds good. Look forward to seeing it.
I'm gonna put out a weekly finessing podcast since
Hey, Chief, why don't you start posting it on YouTube, and we can watch it on YouTube.
You want me to?
Instead of watching, because when it comes to me in the group chat, I gotta watch little segments at every piece.
I know.
Last time I had to watch like 6 videos.
Yeah, it won't let me send it in a big one thing.
Yeah, so if you just make a YouTube thing, we can all subscribe to it. It'll let us know when it's posted.
Virgin.
I mean, it's probably easier. It'd take the memory off my phone too.
Plus, you might get more views. Who knows? This might turn into a pretty popular thing.
And I've got a camera. Yeah,
exactly.
We're gonna start. You know, big announcement coming next Tuesday. Big announcement.
Oh, I'd also like to announce that the Fighting Gales have partnered with Imodium AD. We're going to create an organization. It's called STFU, Stop the Finesse University. And for every purchase of Imodium AD, you get one free class. We teach kids about morals and how to have morals and how finessing is wrong and how to help somebody if they've been finessed or are finessing.
You're entitled to significant cash compensation if you've been finessed.
Have you experienced finessing? You may be entitled to money.
And the classes are weekly, and you get one free class per bottle of Imodium AD.
Well, I'm going to be putting out a weekly finessing podcast, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
Do the finesse of the week every week.
If you want to put that, want to include that in the podcast, you let me know. I'll stick it on our YouTube channel.
Dude, that's incredible. I love that. The finesse of the week.
You have a big title running across the screen, like a big alert title.
We gonna train.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I'm out of here.
All right, gentlemen, wait. I hope the beef is squashed.
Wait, no, it's never squashed.
Oh,
something will happen in 3 minutes from now, and it'll be back where it is.
Okay, well, I got like 15 minutes before I go into work, so if you'll excuse me.
I got 4 trade offers sitting in my queue. What's up?
Hey, Andrew.
Yes.
Lakers in 4.
Wow.
That's dead. You know that's dead.
I'll be real.
Miami in 4 also.
No. Celtics
game. Worst player in the league.
Who?
Kawhi Leonard is probably the best player in the league.
Who? Who's the worst?
Kawhi Leonard. He's about lost his mind.
Paul George, Patrick Beverley, they're not.
Paul George is the worst player in the league.
He hit the side of the backboard.
He shot a 3-pointer off the backboard. Hey, Gail.
Hey.
She's mad because I'm still on here.
Well, you know.
Okay, well, we're done. We're done. We don't want to jeopardize any relationships.
We're in Walmart, and he is not getting what we need to get.
Well, talkies are in the.
Hey, Andrew, actually, how much do you make every 2 weeks?
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Wage question.
Actually wage.
Oh!
Like actual wage. I bring home $1,600 every 2 weeks, roughly.
God.
Oh, that must be nice.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
I'll be paying. Where are you working at, buddy?
Milliken.
Verizon?
I work 60 hours a week, though. So.
Oh, well, see, that's why you're bringing that home.
It doesn't matter, though. That's what I bring home.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Because that's still wage.
Well, I mean, not technically, though.
No, I'm going to give it to him.
Wage is a per hour basis.
I mean,
no, it's not.
With that being said, I'm going to have to comment back happiness, but, or free time. One of the two.
Hey, Cheese. Ability to score anywhere on the court.
Skeet, 3-point percentage at me.
Wow. That was not just said.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get out of here. I hope the beef is squashed. And Skeet, I'll reach out to your squad soon.
Skeet, me too. I'm reaching out too.
Okay.
Wage,
all of you.